Hello, and welcome to A Matter of Time, brought to you by Center Ring Productions. I am your storyteller, Brylan Shack Farnell, and with me are my close friends, my test subjects, and my players. If you could please introduce yourselves, starting with you, Evan.
Hello, my name is Evan Rose, he, him, and I will be playing the role of Thaumas in A Matter of Time.
Alex.
Hi, I'm Alexander Herr, and I'll be playing Penth in A Matter of Time.
John.
Hi, I'm Sean MacDuff. I'll be playing Aspen Echoes in also A Matter of Time.
And I'm Justin Malik, and I'll be playing Skia in A Matter of Time.
Well, without further ado, let us begin with Once Upon a Time. A foghorn sounds, and suddenly, Thomas, you are awake. Disturbed hours before you would typically be up, the proximity of the crew's sleeper cabin to the engine room surrounds you with a warmth and a hum of machinery that could easily lull you back to sleep if it were not for the hustle and bustle all around you. The voice of the first mate thunders on the deck above you, casting orders to her men. You hear the shuffling of feet, the creaking and stretching of the rigging, and the sounds you know as the engines preparing to decrease their forward motion. You will reach port imminently. Begrudgingly leaving your swaying hammock and preparing yourself to go up on the deck, will you please describe your character?
Hell yeah. Alright, Thomas is a tall, handsome individual. Just a guy with probably some bedhead. His hair's probably never laid flat in his life. And Bill, he has a working man's clothes on. He has a rough-hewn shirt, suspenders, duster coat of some hide or whatever, working boots, and a bag over his shoulder. Yeah, blue eyes. And he's probably nursing a hangover as he gets his bearings and joins the other people in the crowd shuffling about their day.
Fantastic. You stand on the observation deck of the Twin Phoenix. Look out at your destination after 5 full days of sailing. First, it is just a sea of clouds that glow with golden, pink, and vermilion hues as the sun just begins to peek over them. But as this vessel descends through the sunrise, your vision is briefly and literally clouded, cool mist clinging to your coat. And then the clouds rise above you, and below you can see a familiar sight. Froth. With its towers and steeples, buildings that reach higher than anywhere else in the world, the bridges, the stone streets, the smog of factories bringing a start to the day. Did you miss it?
A little bit, yeah. Parts of it, at least. Yeah, I have a lot of mixed feelings right now. So nostalgia is only one.
Within half an hour, the Twin Phoenix is docked at Froth's signature sky vessel port, the world's first and largest. Around you, several other ships prepare for departure, while empty docks wait eagerly for the next arrival. Making your way through the thick crowds and down several flights of stairs, you step away from the skyport and into Froth proper. You hear the whistle of a steam caravan departing from the station down the street, followed by a raucous cheer and a clinking of drinks from the Good Night's Rest next door. Even at this early dawn hour, patrons of the inn enjoy the drinking game associated with the schedules of travels. Countless people of all kinds around you are working, rushing, sightseeing, busking, patrolling. And still you can't shake the feeling that they seem to be looking at you, watching you, following you with their gaze. You feel that piece of paper burning a hole in your pocket, reminding you of what, Who has brought you back to the city after 10 years away? Where are you headed first?
All right. Let's get this over with. So I'm heading toward my house.
Kind of toward the Green Ward?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you said there was some clinking and drinking going on?
Oh yeah, you're right next to the Good Night's Rest.
I stop. One more. And I head to the Good Night's Rest.
Yeah, it's dawn. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get liquid courage.
Liquid courage, that's what you need right now. You step into the Good Night's Rest, this large drinking hall, a tavern with cuisines of all kinds. You see it's pretty sparse, as someone who worked on the rail line from Faroth to Tobin for such a long time. You've spent a lot of time inside the Good Night's Rest. You are well familiar with its extensive collection of ales, lagers, wines, and liquors from across the world. If you can think of it, they have it. What is, at this time in the morning, what is Thomas's drink of choice?
Morning. Can I have one of those halfling beers?
There is a halfling just behind the bar. He's, yeah, I'll get you that right away. You like it a little bit on the lighter side, or you want something darker?
It's morning. Darker side.
Yeah, it goes well with your oats. All right. And he takes a ladder that rolls very much like one of the library ladders that goes around the bookshelf, but it just goes up to the 4.5 feet tall bar. But this device is for their halfling and their gnomish bartenders. He brings it over. I do have the Good Night's Rest. Brings it over to some taps. Takes a large glass, fills it with this dark, almost like syrupy, molassesy beer. It's got a nice, foamy head to it. Tops it off, hands it over to you.
Cheers. Something about oats? Breakfast here too?
Yes.
Right.
I got an oat special.
Pay for the oats, and I'm gonna just get comfy coming back home.
Yeah. The ale that you were drinking, very, very thick, but it's got these very warm notes of brown sugar and cinnamon, a little bit of clove to it. As you drink it, it's cool right from the tap, but it does sort of warm you as you drink it, as well as the oatmeal that you're brought with some dried cranberries, some almonds, and almost like a bruleed sugar on top.
Hell yeah.
After spending some time in the Good Night's Rest, you begin to meander back towards your intentional location, taking time to walk from that travel hub through the halfway and then finally into the cleaner air of the Green Ward. From blocks away, you can see the tower, a grand building of apartments that few can afford. And at the top of it, yes, people are already dining at Spire, its rooftop bar and restaurant.
Time is it? Lunch?
No.
Still
Well,
early.
how many places did you stop at on your way here?
I did not directly walk here. I kind of wandered for a little bit.
Wandered for a bit. Yeah, we could say noon.
Okay. Yeah. I'll think it's still pretty early to go to my final destination, and I'll go into Spire.
Fantastic.
Or the tower.
The tower is the building, and then Spire is the restaurant and bar.
Fancy?
Fancy.
Okay.
You are not certain that you can get in. You and your siblings have been turned away before.
Alright. I think before I go in there, I'm gonna go into an alley and take my coat off and the dust off.
Okay.
And try to see if my boots aren't too dirty. Maybe there's a gutter that rain
Okay,
Water's coming in,
yeah.
I'll like put my hand under it.
Just like a rain barrel, yeah.
Okay. Whatever. And I'll try to go in to this fancy restaurant.
Fantastic. Before we get to that, do you want to tell me how many drinks you've had, or do you want to roll for it?
I'm gonna roll it D6.
Okay.
I think it'd be one of those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my new navigator.
Not much of an alcoholic if it's just a D6.
It's been like 7 a.m. to noon.
He didn't say how big the drinks were, too.
He's
They're
been
all-
walking. It's a long walk. First
They're
roll
leader's
of campaign.
It's how many
6 liters.
drinks I have.
Yeah, well,
3.
3.
All
Okay.
right, all right.
Fantastic.
That's 6. That's 3 bottles of vodka.
Let me just double check and make sure I'm doing this right.
I'm so sorry, you guys, for whatever happens in the next few years of our lives on Tuesday.
Will you please roll? Let's start with 1 Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
The
god!
DC is 10 plus 2, so that's going to be a DC of 12.
Time went by too. You metabolize alcohol.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
So I'm not going to have you roll. If you've had 3 drinks, then it would be 2 saving throws. I'll just make it the 1,
Okay,
just a DC
Constitution
of 12. Yeah.
Okay.
And your constitution's like a 7, right?
Is this the first roll?
Plus 1. This is the first D20 roll.
Yeah.
11 plus 1. 12.
First D20 roll is Evan rolling on the drunk scale.
Excellent.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You know, you've got a nice light buzz.
And I had breakfast.
You had breakfast, hearty oats.
The oats really do absorb that alcohol.
Yeah.
You've been walking. You're all right. You're all right.
Okay.
You make your way up to Spire, taking the lift all the way up. Still not new technology, but not widespread technology on the lift. So still, you remember when you were a kid growing up down the street, they didn't have a lift up to Spire. You had to take 8 flights of stairs. Yeah. So this is nice. This is luxury. You get there. There is a doorman waiting at this rooftop establishment, but you hold your head high. You're confident.
I'm acting like I belong here.
You're acting like you belong, and you walk right in.
Ooh, hell yeah. Whew. All right.
And I'm gonna leave Thaumas there for a little
See
bit.
you later.
Skia! Last night was an interesting one for you. From a hectic night at work and a close call with your boss to your encounters in the hours that followed. Do you think you ended up getting any sleep?
Probably got a few hours, but there's bags under Skia's eyes. They're drinking. We made a big pot of coffee that they're just drinking straight from the pot.
No, the name of coffee.
You guys know the name of coffee. I promise you know what coffee is.
But the brand that Skia buys is called Hot Brown
It's
Morning
called
Coffee.
Hot Brown Morning.
There's a half crumpled bag of it next to the machine. Like it's still
Yeah.
open.
Justin, if you could describe Skia and how they start their day.
Well, Skia is a mediumly, like a 5'6", not super tall, but not like super short, satyr, with brown fur on the goat parts, blonde hair on the humanoid-looking parts, some downturned, goatish-looking ears, and most notably, though, only one horn. One of Skia's horns has been sawn off at the base on the left side. And they usually are just in a normal gray common clothes, which they put their work apron over when they go to work at the hospital. And the common clothes are long enough that they cover their arms and a good portion of their legs. However, if Skia rolls up the common clothes, it does reveal some burn marks on their arms and skin, and various scars of different sizes and shapes from their childhood, most notably. So you guys have known about these scars for a long time. So Skia still trying to wake up, but the coffee's helping somewhat. The stress of the night before still weighing on their bones. They have a slight headache. But as they drink their coffee, they eye the vials of fluid that they know to be important in making health potions they have stored in their room.
In your small, cluttered apartment, you move about, not quite pacing, but you're considering the note that you were given just last night. Nothing has come to your telegram, no further instructions. Tonight is the first night in a long time that you don't have a shift at the hospital, and you could be working in your lab, but something about the summons stays in the forefront of your mind, like an itch you can't scratch, not allowing you any concentration.
Skia picks up the letter again, rereading it.
Do you need a reminder?
Yes.
It is a note in your father's handwriting that says it is time. Let me look up exactly what it says.
It's time.
It is time. The time has come for me to reveal your purpose.
Skia lets out a sigh. Looks at the calendar. What day is it again?
It is the day before you typically meet with your father.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
day
that's what
before-
I was looking at.
Yeah.
Skia mutters.
Hold on just a second, Justin. I want to make sure I get this right. So it is Aletin. Today
Okay.
is Aletin.
Skia kind of sighs and mutters under their breath. It's a day before I normally see him, but maybe a nice walk will help clear my head of all this. And I mean, they'll grab, put on their belt, grab their pack and stuff like that. Bring the things that they normally would bring to Father's house on Valetin, which is normally tomorrow. But
Leaving your humble home and stepping onto the streets of Faroth, what does your neighborhood look like?
I think it's one of those. It's not like a poor neighborhood, but the apartment buildings are pretty crowded together. Not a whole lot of foliage, mostly just people having like potted plants hanging from their windowsills or something like that. The streets are not super busy because it's residential, but there are people walking, taking their pets out. You can kind of hear sounds coming from open windows, someone with, the radios on and things like that. So the noise level is not as high as like where Skia works, near the hospital, of course, or any of the other more commerce-related areas of the city. But the buildings are high, and some of the side streets are quite narrow. So, but Skia feels at home here. It's not too crowded.
Yeah. you've been in this apartment for, it's been like 7 or 8 years?
Let me check. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not as long as I thought. But still, long enough to call it home.
Yeah.
You know the way to your childhood home, walking the route weekly for lunches with father. You were scheduled to see him tomorrow. Why the sudden summons? It is most unlike him. Your mind races, crowded with thoughts of your experiments and questions about what the day will bring. The stones beneath your hooves make a rhythmic clopping sound, perfectly in time with the seconds counted by your clock. Keeping your eyes downcast, the change in the air, fresher and cleaner, indicates you're passing into the green ward. As you near the corner to the street of the house you were raised in, something draws your attention upwards. Blinking and squinting your eyes against the noonday sun, you see your brother, shouting out your dead name, waving over the edge of the building like a madman, sure to fall to his death at any moment. You can only imagine what the other patrons of the spire must be thinking.
Hey! Woo! Woo! Is that you? Gimme. Come here! This place is nicer.
It's pretty close to the house, right? Like
It's
not
very
that far.
close to the house, yes.
Skia will sigh, look at the house. Because there's no, are the lights on anything in the house? Like, does it seem...
You don't see any lights on, but it is noon, and you know the curtains are open, so not a whole lot of light is needed from within.
And I have not seen Deltamon in a hot second, have I?
10 years.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah. I think it would take Skia a moment to recognize almost who is trying to like get their attention from all the way up there.
Yeah.
Especially because the sun is blinding their headache eyes. Deltamon, is that you?
Surprise! I'm back in town. What's up? You should come up here.
Looking at the house, Skia will say, well, maybe he's here for the same thing. Odd. And attempt to go up to the spire.
Come on, y'all, go.
Skia, as you arrive, taking the lift up, it opens and you go down a long, cool, very like open hallway. Less of a hallway and more of like a small ballroom that just directs you towards this balcony, this patio opening with just beautiful greenscapes, all sorts of planter boxes, vines hanging down. There's even a pot large enough that a beautiful, it's like a persimmon tree is there in just full bloom. And as you are walking in, there is what looks to be a bouncer, a tall orcish man, broad, with thick chest and arms, and he's sort of giving Thaumas like a stern talking to. To the point where it's like, for a second you might hesitate, because you don't know if if Deltamon is about to be kicked out, but they come to an understanding, and the bouncer walks away, and
I give him like a pat on the back, like we're buddies. Like, sorry. Yeah.
And
combat.
And the two of you are welcome to interact, seeing each other for the first time in 10 years.
Hey, I'm gonna come right at you. I'm so sorry. Personal space, I bet. But I'll like by the shoulders and like headbutt you gently.
Skia will probably be kind of too stunned to react initially, but will say, "Oh, you reek. Have you been drinking already?"
No, just since this morning. Oh, sorry. Well, Where you going?
It's
Where
still
the-
morning. What do you
You
mean
guys
just
go-
since this
I'm
morning?
gonna go see Dad. I don't like Dad, so I'm just getting myself a bit more relaxed before I talk to him, because like that's why I'm back in town. But it's good to see you. Are the others here? Did they move? I know some of them. Okay. Have you seen the others?
I mean, Aspen's still here. Yeah, Aspen's still here. He goes by Aspen now. I go by
I saw
Skia.
it on the newspaper.
No one's called me
Sorry.
Thaumas in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Hello,
Thanks.
Skia.
And no, I haven't seen any of either the other one or brothers recently. But wait, why are you here again? What brings you?
Just coming home. I've been gone a long time, and he was trying to, just check back in, I guess.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear about it. You've Skia kind of like looks you up and down, and you've changed some since I've last seen you. But you're alive, and you look well.
Thanks. You too. I'll put an arm around Skia. A lot has changed. You can call me Thomas. Like those old Detective Comics used to read.
Thomas. Very well. Thomas. So, did you say you were going to see Father as well? You were nervous about seeing Father?
As well, yeah, we can go together. That would actually help a lot. Because, like, man, he loves you. I could just, like, also be there, you know?
Well, normally I go see him on Listen, that's tomorrow. But I received a strange summons from him today. So I'm going to oblige, I guess, and see him before our regularly scheduled dinner. Which is very odd for him. This is the most I've heard from him in a long time.
At this point, could I have, like, brought Skia over to, like, where I've been, like, camped out all afternoon?
Yeah.
So, like, I have a table.
Yeah.
There's, like, 3 empty, like...
It's like at a bar that overlooks like the, you're sitting almost like at the edge of the building.
For sure.
But there's a wide bar between that you had like leaned over so that you could call to Skia. Yeah,
Is our house, like...
you can see it from
Cool.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll start, like, I'll bring Skia over. I'm like, we're at the table, I'm like, what? I was like, give it. Is that okay if I take your letter?
Yeah. Skia's still like a little bit in shock, and you're being more aggressive than most people when talking to them.
Gotcha. Sorry, Justin.
Oh, it's fine. It's funny.
Fancy fucking handwriting. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'll join you. Did they bring a +1? Right? Like,
No, but I assume it'd be fine. Father and I really don't say much when I go over there for dinner, but no one else has come with me in the year since I've been back, so this will be a first.
first times to everything. Sounds empty. Do you want a drink? You want, like, lunch or something?
Well, I guess some lunch would be good. I woke up and I wasn't very hungry this morning. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Roll another Constitution saving
for sure.
throw. How many drinks have you had at Spire?
So,
Roll
3.
a d20.
That's fast. Yeah, right. I'm gonna roll a d12.
For how many drinks you had at Spire?
No, because if it's 12, I'm gonna be.
That's
D8.
expensive.
D8.
That's a lot of money
I
for
will
that
roll a
drink.
d8.
Roll a d4 for the number of
Fine.
drinks you had. Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
What if
take
it had been 8?
Okay.
So you've been here for a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe it's after lunch.
Here's
but like,
what-
I'll still offer lunch.
Okay, so rules of the drunk scale.
Yes.
So we're going to go through this. Your first drink at Spire would have been your 4th drink. So your first Constitution save is the DC is 14. And we're going to
Okay.
do 4 Constitution saves with DCs 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
So the nat
Nat
20.
20!
All right!
Oh, it's
Okay.
a fist.
All right.
Ah,
So good at drinking.
Not have to roll the last one.
ugh,
Okay.
I'm so good at drinking.
You're really good at drinking.
All
So
right.
this one, the
He
DC
vomits and sobers up just slightly.
+1.
Okay.
Okay.
The last one, the DC is 16.
Okay.
Okay. You have 1 drunk point. You have advantage on charisma checks.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank
All
you.
right. With that, we are going to return to the skyport of Harath, where a private ship much smaller and sleeker than the one that Thaumas came in on, has just docked. A gangplank is lowered, and several servants step forward, rolling a thin yet fine navy blue carpet down the way. From within the comfortable cabin comes out Lord Willard Pullman, a man of ungodly wealth and upbringing without any emphasis on wit. He is dressed in a fine, cream-colored suit with a pastel pink shirt and a bowler hat that matches its hue perfectly. He walks with a cane he doesn't need and twists a thick blonde mustache. Exiting the cabin behind him are two unlikely companions. A dwarf woman who, despite being away from the dig site for nearly 3 days, looks to have a loose layer of dust all over her. She carries a large pack of archaeological tools, notes, and references, not allowing any of the servants to take it, despite each of their individual efforts. And with her is... Alex, if you would please describe your character.
As Elsbeth steps forward, down off the gangplank, Penth, a 6'8", half Goliath, with grayer than normal skin, a little bit beefier in the chest, a little bit more of a belly, but 6'8", still standing tall, kind of waits and hesitates at the gangplank for a second. He does not have dust on it anymore. He immediately saw that there was a shower inside this tiny private skyship, and did not hesitate to clean himself off. All the while, a little piece of paper sitting, steamily stuck to the mirror, because if you like condensation, he wrote it against the mirror and just sat there. And as just imagine a 6'8" person, probably towering above the shower, just like looking at the mirror, fully wide-eyed, looking at the note, and then
Will Ferrell and Elf.
yeah, it's that.
The shower is like here.
Except a little bit more like the eyes have the 1,000-yard stare as he's thinking about the implications of the note, and everything that happens since leaving home, and kind of backtracking back to him being at the gangplank, in kind of Rachel Weisz in The Mummy, almost like a white button-up shirt with a little bit of a tie, like slacks with boots, probably a little bit of hair pulled back a little bit, takes a deep breath, and then walks down the gangplank. Is there one more servant than usual? Right? Did somebody trade sides? Right?
Yeah.
Someone got hired. Yeah. As I walk,
archaeologist students was kind of like,
yeah,
that sounds better.
So I walked down the gangplank. I turned to that student. I offered to shake their hand and say, "You've done the right thing." And I turn around and say, "Willie,
I actually want you to go ahead and roll a charisma check, and this is going to reflect how your relationship with the Lord Pullman has developed over. It's been not quite 3 days since you left the dig site.
So wait, is it because I called him Willie, or is it because I talked to his intern, my former intern?
I mean, it's just in general. I just want to see how it's going.
15.
Okay, pretty good.
I forgot I have -1 in charisma. So.
All right. Oh, no.
So it was a 16, and then I was like, okay, great.
He smiles with the familiarity of you and your rapport together. Behind the smile, there's still that kind of don't fucking call me Billy expression. But he would consider the two of you friends for sure.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder and be like, thank you very much, Willard. I look forward to working with you again, hopefully soon.
Yes, well, I will continue to fund your efforts through the university, and hopefully next time we can find something a little bit more conclusive.
You can't. Not every crypt's got a pearl. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, best of luck to you, and if you're ever in my neighborhood, I'll see you around.
I was gonna ask, how can I call upon you again? How can I find you if I need you, Eagle of Mordor?
He sort of touches at his breast pockets and then looks towards the nearest servant, who pulls out one of his cards and hands it to you. It's got a telegram number on it that you can reach him through.
I guess I put it. I think I have my satchel. I think I have my little satchel.
Yeah.
I think I have a little satchel. Pull out a tinier pocketbook that has other business cards in it, and I pop it in.
Excellent.
As professional as possible, because I think Elsbeth has been staring daggers at me the entire three-day trip, being like, you cannot do that to a man with money. You can't talk to people with money like that. And I'm just like...
Elsbeth is like, this is how the bureaucracy works. We are the grunt people who dig in the dirt because the people with money pay us to do it.
And I burn it to the ground. And this is more is and this is why I stay in crypts. This is why I deal with specifically people who should be dead. Not saying Willard should be dead. I'm not saying Willard should be dead. That's not the. And I like look around at like the interns or like the servants are like sitting in the. Like, it's not what I mean. I mean the people who came back to life and went back to. Yeah, you know, it's better we get off the ship better than later. And I kind of.
It's that part in Jurassic Park where it's like, okay, who's the jerk? And then like, they're like, hi.
This is our investor.
Yeah, exactly.
After leaving the shipyard and Lord Pullman behind, you embrace the streets of the city that you grew up in. While the warmth of summer still lingers, an autumn breeze is in the air, flowing past you and carrying a fresh change from the typical smog of the city. Elspeth, your friend and partner in crime, sets off to return to the university to deposit what you both uncovered for future research, leaving you alone in the city that you've called home for most of your life.
I know where she lives if I need to find her again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In your hand is the telegram that you received 3 days ago, calling you home. As you make your way through the streets, your large and imposing figure causes most to part before you, making travel by foot simpler than it is for most people. In your mind, you recount what you experienced in the tomb, your time spent with Lord Pullman since, and the strange summons from Father. As the afternoon creeps forward, you amble slowly towards what was once home. How long has it been since you've been here, and when was the last time that you spoke with Father?
I waited for Father to talk to me, so I do not believe I've spoken to Father since I left, because it was always like, I'm here if you need me, but then he never says anything. Not that drives me a little crazy. But, so no, I haven't spoken to Father yet. I've been in the city probably, I would say not that far ago, because when was the last time Aspen had like a premiere? It's probably the last time I was in the city.
Like 6 months ago.
Yeah, so it's like 6 months ago. So it's not like, I came back 2 years ago to be a little bit more frequent into the city. That was a little more into that. Like, sorry, Sean was taking a picture. Sorry. And so yeah, it's been 6 months. I don't go near the house, but I do frequent I think I go to the Spire. I would love to see if I have redeemed any goodwill at the Spire in the last 2 years that I've like earned back from being a shithead. If not, I feel like I would try to climb the back end and just try to climb up to the top.
You know, being an upstanding citizen that Penth is, go ahead, roll a charisma check with advantage.
Okay, I'll take advantage.
Over the past years.
A 10.
Okay. Really, it's like you've.
Oh wait, no, a 6. Sorry, we said no advantage or disadvantage.
Advantage.
Okay, so yeah, 10.
Okay. You, in the years since leaving home, not only bulked up a little bit, but also have widened in some areas. The beard is new versus when you guys were kids growing up, to the point where, like, and, you know, restaurant turnover rate of employees, most people didn't recognize you when you returned to Spire for the first time.
Do I find it depressing when people are like, no, you're an old man, you're not a kid, and you're just like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the same as not getting carded. Yeah, not getting carded anymore. My partner's like, I don't get carded anymore. And I'm like, no, we got gray hair, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay, cool. That's good to know.
So what is it that pulls you to Spire instead of returning to that cold and uninviting estate?
I think it's the same as Thaumas. It's like I need to step the gangplank. I'd like to ask if I have anything I would like to like on the way there. If there's any like shops that I want to drop in to look at like or to drop off any like things to sell on the way as like my way of avoiding going down there. If not, it's fine. I just want to try to find ways to like that's not drinking for my character to like also amble. Or am I, do I see somebody try to get mugged and I'm like, well, I like crack my fingers. Like, those are the two things I can imagine like that would make Penth like amble more.
The best place to sell some of the things that you might have found on your travels would be the Market District, which is the opposite side of town. You come in on the duskward side of Faroth. That's where the station is for the sky vessels and for the steam caravans. And then making your way towards Father's home, the Green District is almost like a center point between the docks and the Market District. But if you're looking for something, if you're looking for excuses to prolong this inevitable meeting, what you might be able to find is a number of establishments, small stores, really like bodegas that you would go into, where you might find some familiar faces, some family venues. You could be walking through the halfway and see some of the kids that, or what used to be kids, you know, the places that you grew up romping these streets.
So romping, I was thinking about this when you were talking. do you think the Fight Club still exists?
Oh yeah. The Gnome Stone.
I would like to go to the Fight Club and try to heal / help some of the kids who got beaten up. At
Okay,
the Fight
for
Club.
sure. Yeah. Going a little bit out of the way towards the.
Yeah, purposely out of the way. I'll say that. Not too far.
Out of the way. You are looking at the wall's shadow. This really dingy, very unkempt side of town that most people avoid if they can. The shadow. You find your way to the Gnome Stones, this bar that is known for its raised stage where it is constantly putting on matches of fights.
Love that. I think I walk in and I would like to try to be as intimidating as possible to to walk in and gain a little bit of attention.
It's not hard with your size and your figure to walk in, especially in a place where physical strength is so valued for people to turn to you as you walk in.
So hey, who's winning?
The audience turns. There's a man who's on that raised ring, holding what looks to be a younger, thinner, sort of like twig-like kid, 18 years old.
Yeah.
But the man who's holding it is much older, late 30s, early 40s, and broader. Someone who works in a factory. He's just holding him. The kid's like got a black eye and a bloody lip, and he's just like dangling by his shirt in the guy's grasp. And the guy.
Oh, Hey, you little one. Do you concede? Okay, well, he's out. He's out. He gone. All right. No. Good. All right. You want to pick on someone your own size?
Oh my god.
And then I find someone exactly his size in the audience. I pick them up and I put them into the ring.
Oh, thank God.
And then I go to the kid and I pick up the kid who's like knocked out and I bring him over to the corner to take care of him.
You use some of what's in your pack, some gauze, some.
Yes, that's what I do exactly. Mm-hmm.
Some ointments to. Are you gonna use something else to patch him up?
I would like to. Can I roll a medicine check to see if he needs something more than that?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it even worth? Does this kid even need it? You know what I mean? So I'm doing so many rolls, guys. +3. It's a 5. Oh, that's not good.
He's not in great condition. He's probably going to need many days to rest. But in your initial examination of him, I don't think there are any broken bones. He'll be fine. He just needs to sleep off. He just needs a long rest.
I ask him where he lives, or what his name is first off.
Jasper.
Okay, Jasper, and I lightly tap him, but I don't know what that does to like a 6-foot Goliath. Okay, all right, we're up. Okay. Jasper, let's get you home. All right.
Yeah.
Where you live, Jasper? Come on.
I realize that Jasper is not only very beat up, but also inebriated.
Oh God, Jasper, it's really good that I'm trying to I'm using you to avoid my issues, Jasper, and I apologize for this, but I really genuinely, and I think I drop him off at the hospital. I think I go to the nearest medical place, be like, this man lost a lot of money, probably a lot of blood.
Yeah, the nearest is actually going to be the Veterans Memorial Hospital.
Yes, I love that place.
I drop off the person and I go, okay, and I look and I realize probably late afternoon now. I'm like, all right, fine, and I walk probably, and then I pass Spire, and I don't know if I go into Spire, but maybe somebody might see me from afar. But maybe not. Let's see. No, I think I stop into Spire. I think I need one drink before I go to see Father. Yeah.
Need one drink. You enter the elevator door opening, stepping out, the familiar green landscape of this bar, and you see two familiar faces.
Oh, and I turn around. No. Immediately back into a bush like Homer Simpson. There's a bar at the top of Spire, right? It's not just a seating area? Okay.
Yeah.
I see them, and then I immediately go grab a drink.
As Penth comes in, Thomas is talking, Skia's ear up. Yeah, so then if you don't, tie the half-fish on correctly, the rope isn't secure, and you can fall off. You can just totally fall off.
And you do this sober, right?
Yeah, like mostly. Like you get in trouble if you drink on the clock. but-
Well, yeah, of
I,
course.
I grab a big ass glass of a gin spritzer with pomegranate, and I just go to the table and stand there with them. Are we seated or are we like standing at a bar?
We have our table.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh yeah, okay. And I
All of Thomas's empty drinks like rattle as you sit down.
Yeah, there are a number of empty glasses, mostly in front of Thomas. Ski, are you drinking as well?
Skia's probably having like a coffee.
Okay. Yep.
always the partiers.
Skia has like a flat white they're drinking.
Not a cortada.
No.
Thomas will stand up, go around behind Penth and like not just like the chokehold, like like you're so big, like he like can barely fit around you and be like, "Hey, nice beer, big guy."
Thanks, Beta. Bit. No. Delta. Yes.
Thank you, Beta.
And hello, Gam Gam.
Actually, Skia, and I'm Thomas. Did you change your name too?
Yes, like 2 years ago. Okay. Penth.
Penth.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just one syllable.
Penth.
How would you
Penth.
say it with 2 syllables?
Penth.
Penth. Penth.
It's happened. The orcs get it wrong all the time.
Oh,
Really?
Like
I see.
Penth. You know, like it's a hard accent at the other side of the word. Yeah.
You were
Not
with
that
orcs.
I almost exclusively know orcs. I mean, yeah, I've run into a couple orcs in my days. What about you? Thomas?
Thomas. Yeah.
Thomas.
Those little comic strips. That guy. Someone asked me, and I just said it in the cast.
Okay.
I worked under an orc. Actually, I think she was half orc.
Oh,
One of the captains. Yeah.
cat. You took orders?
Guidelines. Yes.
That sounds much more accurate to you. Guidelines. Yeah. Great. Where did you visit? Did you ever go out to the Alliance? Where'd you?
Yeah. I was just telling Skia about the 4 different routes of the main sky vessels, and I worked on all 4 of them. You can get
Sky
to know.
vessels. Do you know Willie Pullman? Sorry, Willard Pullman.
He
And
does
at this,
chuckle.
while he thinks, I just fully, after that entire information download, it's just one long gulp of the spritzer, and it's carbonated. So I'm just gonna be burping for the next like 5 or 6 minutes.
Go ahead and roll
Willie
a history
Pullman,
check
really?
Cool.
on
I
Willard
was gonna
Pullman.
ask. Let's do this one. Navigation dice. They're kind
At 20, he's a lich.
History. 16 plus. I don't know my character's information. 0.
That would be delicious.
You know the Pullman name. You know the money behind it. There's, they do not own or operate any factories that create sky vessels, but they often fund sky vessels and their journeys, and were largely behind the funding of the first, inception of the sky vessels and funded many of the docks. So in that very wise, very forward-thinking investments, they've made a lot of money in the past 50, 60 years.
Gotcha. So on like a dossier, I'd see like the Pullman name a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them before. They're like big money, huh?
Oh god, big money. Okay, all right.
Honey, Thomas Belch is back.
Well,
I didn't have to.
I think, yeah, I was like, is this become a competition between me and Thomas like it used to be? Kind of in a moment, it becomes back to us being like, all right, even if it's just belching, it's that thing that the two of us were always neck and neck and things. All right, burp
Skia's
competition.
just kind of sitting there, sipping,
It's like so
shaking their head. It's like, oh my god. It's been
Well,
10 years, but it seems like it's only
burping
been a few days.
Yep.
I would love to talk to Skia, but am I busy burping? Who wins? I want to know.
Both of
off.
you make
Oh.
a performance check.
Okay.
What the fuck? I'm -1 probably because it's my charisma. No, anymore.
11.
7.
Thaumas does it. Thaumas has been drinking a lot longer than you have.
I've had more carbonation built up.
It's true. And so I like shake his hand and I look at Skia and I go, and have you also been heavily drinking for the last 10 years?
Absolutely not. I mean, I've held
Is that
a
not
job
an
at
espresso
the-
martini?
10 years.
No, this is just a flat white. No, I haven't been working for 10 years, okay? I was working, I left for a little bit, and now I'm back at the hospital. But
Oh,
I
which
worked
hospital?
the Veterans Memorial Hospital. Been working there for the
Oh,
last
say hi
4
to
years.
Jasper. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, Skia, have you gone to like Aspen's things before?
Yeah, I went to his, what did he call it? The motion picture?
Yeah, so I did see. Yeah, I did see you
It
there.
was-
You weren't really like out in the crowd.
Well, I mean, Skia shrugs.
Eh.
I was just kind of by myself. Just good to
That's-
see, you know. But it was really fascinating. It's amazing how far technology's come, even since when we were kids, you know.
Yeah.
I've been starting, to get really into, of course, medical technology and applications of various chemicals and formulae and new synthetic materials. Actually, so there's
As
these-
we fade to black, with Skia talking about their research and their work.
Like
I do like that me and Evan were both like,
on an outdoor balcony patio
Yeah.
with the sunset and like Skia, I'm like, I start to like kind of doze
Oh yeah.
off.
Oh, for sure. Let's see.
Dude.
what a button.
Aspen! What
Hello.
began as a lovely evening of schmoozing and flirting, drinks aplenty in the company of the rich and famous. Well, it got real sour real fast,
Ooh.
ending with you spending most of the night in a cell.
I'm not switching the music.
It wasn't a great time.
How have you
What?
recovered since?
Well, he had wrapped his wait, is this the morning of the following day?
I wouldn't call it morning. Depending on when you would wake up, you have returned home
Okay.
or apartment, your penthouse.
Haven't slept yet, is what
Oh.
you're saying.
I mean, you would have been released in the very early hours of the morning, and we will be picking up with you in mid-afternoon. So if Aspen slept for a few hours and is just waking up, that works for me.
Sure. He drug himself back to his apartment in the Arts District. How far is the WASP prison from the Arts District?
It's a bit of a trek. Where the WASP, where the negotiators tend to hold their. I don't know that they would call them prisoners. They would call them suspects, people of interest. That's going to be closer towards the parliamentarian district.
Perhaps he catches a carriage then. Arriving back, he'll take a bit of a cat nap. Maybe gets a few hours of sleep. Waking, early afternoon. In his clothes still. Just kind of came in, flopped over on the couch.
If you could describe Aspen for us as well.
Aspen sits up from the couch. He's a half elf, sort of tanned olive skin, sort of almondish eyes, blue like his brother. Long, dark black hair, often worn up in more of like a messy top knot sort of deal. And his aesthetic is more, darker colors, wears lots of blacks. He's partial to purple, grays, things like that. He's a lot more pretty than he is handsome conventionally. Very smooth skin, his hands kind of supple with long fingers, which sort of hide the underside of that are rough and calloused, especially his fingertips. Beside the couch is his violin, other violins that sort of adorn the walls of his apartment, but this one, being the one that he carries the most, does seem kind of weathered and older. This is the one that he always ends up taking with him. And yeah, that is Aspen. He sits up, sort of wiping the tired from his eyes, finding a half-drinking glass of water there on the table, chugging that down, looking over at a tin, grabbing the tin, opening it up, pulling up a cigarette, tapping it on there, flicking his fingers with the end of the cigarette lighting, and he just sitting on the couch thinking of the events that had transpired the night before, and then reaching into his pocket, pulling out a crumpled note, looking at that, leaning over on his table, sort of flattening it, and reading it again. Sort of laughs and shakes his head, and he throws it up into the air, snaps his fingers again, and the note bursts into flames.
Whoa.
Some tough character.
Wow.
Fire element.
Someone openly uses magic.
Alone in his apartment.
Yeah.
Says the man who woke up in wasp jail. Sorry to everyone at home to not understand what that means yet, but you
I don't know
will.
what that means yet.
But you will.
Yeah. Aspen, the mutant who's been hunted, apparently. Powers.
At which point he sits back and enjoys his cigarette.
Kids don't
Thinking
smoke.
about the summons, thinking about who it was that got you out of the Wasp holding, you picture going back to where you were just the night before, traveling through Faroth these past few years since your success on the stage and screen. Occasionally, you would have been stopped by a fan, fawning over you or asking you to sign something, but these instances have only increased in the months since the release of Greatness Absconded, the film that so many are still talking about. You've recently heard tell of its similar success in Tobin, and that its sensation is partially responsible for a film theater being built as far as Akwe. Here at home, you can hardly go out without someone noticing you or without seeing your face on a poster or a billboard. Imagining leaving your swanky apartment to follow this summons, the apartment sits right where the residential quarter and the arts district meet, your head ringing in a way that you're not sure if it's a hangover or if it's a lingering effect of what you were put through after you were forced to leave the party. Maybe both. As you descend the stairs from the penthouse to the ground level, you consider your options. There are several ways to get to the same street where you were just the night before. You could walk, but that would take forever, especially accounting for the time spent stopping for fans. You could take the ferry down the river or take a trolley. Less likely to get stopped that way, but you would be stuck in one place with someone for the length of the ride, and who knows who you might end up with. Sometimes they're attractive and in awe of you. Sometimes they're a self-claimed critic, or journalist, or even worse, obsessive. Or you could ask for Hackman.
Yeah, he's had a night, you know. Aspen would usually, at the very least, where his apartment is there on the river, one of the forks of the Mighty Snake, right? Yep. There's a river walk that goes along there that he actually does really enjoy his neighborhood and walking down there, whether he runs into fans or not. He actually really enjoys his fans. It's all part of the point, right? Like, this is why he does some of the things he does is part of this recognition, and his fans coming up and wanting to talk to him and all of that is part of the enjoyment. That seems like a lot right now. Hackman does seem like a great option, and I think he'll call for Hackman.
Excellent. Taking your personal coach across the city.
Wow.
Until you arrive at the corner of your childhood street, which brings back many memories. Sneaking out with your siblings or on your own, and then being dragged back by dusk. Roaming the streets and alleys with Estrella, being dragged back by dusk. And then leaving. Even the party last night, just across the street from the home you grew up in, the events of it still ring in your head. You realize that suddenly you need to save face, if you can. People are sure to be talking about what happened last night, so if you can be spotted in a normal public setting and acting as if everything is fine and normal, it might help quell any spreading rumors. Just one quick appearance before seeing Father can't hurt, right? One drink. That's all. Instead of starting down the street, you turn to the tower, hearing laughter and revelry from the familiar setting of Spire above.
I think as he walks into the tower, it's been a long time since Aspen has had to be worried about being able to get in. He's fairly regular here, not as much as maybe they used to be, but still obviously pretty recognized, giving the maitre d', I guess, a sort of nod as he walks in, and he climbs the stairway up to the top of the spire.
So taking the stairs instead of the lift?
Yeah, I think he's taking the stairs.
Okay.
Arriving at the top, walking out of the stairway, and he doesn't really take note so much of who's in there necessarily. Pretty distracted about the idea of seeing Father again. He walks up to the bar and stands there, sort of ready to be served.
As you are standing there, ordering your drink, you hear from across the patio a familiar voice prattling on about various techniques and elixirs and studies of the various bodies and skin types and compounds of various races and species across Center Ring, and you turn towards what you know is Gamake's voice, and only as your eyes fall on the table do you hear Deltamon's familiar snoring, whereas Penth is maybe trying his best to pretend to pay attention.
Sorry.
It's been like 11 years since Aspen has seen Del, right?
Since you've seen Del, yes, but Penth and Skia were both at the premiere of Greatness Absconded.
Right, he's seen them lately. He knows Skia is not too far away. I think he probably sees her once in a little while. He looks over at the table and sees them, and it's just like processing for a second. And then he turns back to the bartender and he goes, actually, can you stop that? What I'm going to need is actually your most expensive bottle of wine. And if we could put that on the Requiem Estate account tab, that would be perfect. Thank you.
Is that our home estate? Is that in our...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad's buying us wine and
Good.
you don't know it.
Of course, monsieur. Yeah. And how many glasses would you prefer?
Oh, 4, please. Nice, thank you.
Of course. Just this table over here.
That's the one.
Brings that out shortly.
Thank
Yeah. Aspen, you head on over to the table. You see, as you do so, a man sort of like rushing out from the elevator, goes over to the bar, grabs like a paper, sits down. There are a number of people around
Interesting.
who are talking. Two gentlemen not too far away, sort of arguing between themselves. Someone catches your eye from across the bar, but you are focused on this table, and you arrive. Skia still talking. What does this scene look like?
Ski is definitely still going on about the common usage of. There's a common usage of fish scales. Like fish skin, for some reason, has a lot of similar properties that are beneficial for healing burn wounds of the 2nd or 3rd degree. You lay them over top and then wrap a poultice with, herbs and bandages over that.
Oh, hey!
Speed up
Oh
the
my
skin
god, look,
grafting
it's
process.
Aspen!
That's the board. Yeah.
Ski will turn and be like, oh my gosh. I thought he.
I fully mollywop Thaumas into waking up.
God, why would you? Hey!
Why am I not surprised all of you are here? And
Well,
you,
right.
Dell! And he actually like rushes in and gives you a big hug.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Finally, one of my siblings knows how to say hi. Like, one.
I hate you. I think that was pretty, regular. I thought that was fine.
Yeah, and you're huge. Thanks.
Ski was info dumping. That's pretty regular.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skia did her her special interest thing. That's exactly what we needed.
Ski was talking about bandages again.
Oh, hey, Aspen. When are you gonna go back to doing stuff on stage? I think I'm I think I'm a little 2 drinks in, which is fine. But Aspen, you should go back to the theater. I like you better on stage.
Stage.
It's right in front of me. You know, I like.
Plus words.
Plus, it's true. You say things.
Penn, film is the future.
Yeah, but it's all clowning right now. It's no one cares about clowns.
Well, I thought it was pretty interesting, and I think the technological ramifications of such a device could be, a
Wow,
great asset to the
wine!
city.
Thank you so much, Aspen.
Yes, at this point, the server comes over, and this is not the one that Aspen had ordered from. This is a manager who has brought over this wine with someone behind him bringing 4 freshly polished glasses. This is a Moorish red, circa 1372. It is 23 years old, never been opened. The vintage is a little ashy on the side. It has a salt brine to it, as is known from the Moorish estates, and notes of excuse me, and notes of coral and brine, and a little bit taste of a seaweed.
Salty ass wine.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you. And this is on the Requiem Estate account, yes?
Of course, monsieur.
Okay, I like.
Perfect.
I like this.
Maybe we need 2 then.
Okay. It's was there even 2 made in existence, or is it just one?
I will have to. I will be right back with that.
Can I, if he pour is the person who's behind the one holding glasses? That's like a regular server, busboy. Yeah. Can I look at them and go, how much are you getting paid?
This is not the first time Alex has done this.
Well, I'm just saying, I did recently lose an intern. We could negotiate, see what we could do. You like digging?
He looks at you, looks at the wine that he is serving, looks at you, looks at his manager, looks at you, and gives you a look of the gratuity alone, I'm gonna do just fine, is what he says on his face.
Good for you, good for you. Just remember your rights as a worker.
He raises an eyebrow at Penth.
It's in the right of, there's the box, and then there's the Lillette, and it should be...
Yes, Skia. You know that I am a starch. I'm here for making sure people are paid correctly, and get their education.
Well,
We've had these conversations at premieres.
Oh, right, yeah. It's just kind of weird seeing you talk to strangers about it. But I guess it's kind of like the industrialist meetings.
Yeah. I mean, don't how do you get interns?
At the hospital?
Yeah.
Well, they usually come from the university. They apply.
Same here, but sometimes some of the smart ones don't want to dig, so you got to take some people who are just willing to have, the title.
I mean, the orderlies maybe don't necessarily come from the hospital, but they come from like, the tech school programs and
I'll see.
the
Wait.
the secondary.
Are we
school.
gonna ignore the fact that Aspen, right? Aspen now just bought like a bajillion gold piece glass of wine, like it was nothing.
Well, it
No, I'm
sounded
pretty
like
happy
he used
about it.
father's account.
Oh no, yeah, I did not pay for that at all. Clearly, there's a reason why we're all here, and I think it's depending on the note that I had received last night, I think it's unlikely the rest of you wouldn't be here at this moment for the same reason.
Last night, I got mine like 3 or 4 days ago.
I got mine this morning.
Yeah, I got mine like earlier.
I think it's just
Yeah,
father being
really.
father again.
Well, if father is going to create a family reunion, then he can pay for us to have our drinks.
Oh,
That's right.
okay.
Father.
No,
Yeah.
I think I take out my note, which is kind of still probably moist from having it on the mirror earlier that day, and I like lay it out. What is our purpose? I thought my purpose was just to be, I don't know, a person who lives for 30 years and hopefully longer, not,
I don't think he ever gave us a purpose, did he?
I mean, like...
We always tried to find out, but never really made much sense to me.
So, yeah, this is insane.
Well, I normally see father on Valentin anyway, so this is not too off for me. Schedule's a little different, but I'm off tonight, so it's fine.
You see father, he, like, talks to you?
As
I wouldn't say
this
talks to me.
realization is happening, there is a flash and the sudden smell of like magnesium. You see standing next to the table a reporter with a large camera, with someone behind her holding one of the like umbrellas to get the light right. She brings the camera down. You're looking at a young reporter, red hair, freckles, very classic style of Faroth, a tweed vest, tie that matches, white shirt. And she says, Ms. Echoes, what brings you to the Spire today? Are you recovering from your ordeal last night?
Aspen was already standing there smiling at the camera when this picture was taken. The ordeal. I mean, it was a misunderstanding, really.
I would like to hear about this misunderstanding.
The negotiators have no interest to question you again?
They let me go, no?
Who are these people with you?
I'd like to turn to her and say, did you take a picture of everyone or just Aspen?
Oh, a picture of the table.
I take my spear, which should be tucked away as like a little compact, and I spear the camera.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Jesus. Who's got a strong arm on? Damn it, Penth.
What? You, for someone who doesn't know anything, I have things I need to do.
Nice.
22.
Yeah. You quickly, dexterously, like without hesitation, spear out, and you have the spear that looks similar to like archaeology equipment and kind of like extends and retracts.
Like it should be like an archaeology pointer, but it's a little bit fatter and it turns into a spear.
Yeah. Reaches that out, stabs the spear through the camera. It like sparks and shatters to the ground. A number of people look all around, look towards you. The argument that's happening just a few tables over stops for a moment. The man that went and sort of like rushed in, like looks up over his newspaper and then goes back down. And the bouncer who had been talking to Thaumas earlier starts to walk on over.
I put a hand on Aspen, like, yeah, you leave our brother alone.
Penth, go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
On the reporter?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, I am doing sultry things if it's to the bouncer. I am not. Well, I gotta find the right die.
Sultry things.
You said it was an orc bouncer, and I was like, I know my strategy to that one. With advantage,
Yes.
and it was intimidation. It's a 15, so 16 minus 1.
She takes this. Yeah, I think we'll be going now.
I think the answer is no comment. Thank you.
Simon.
Aspen steps around like as Thaumas puts his hand on him and like kind of slips the grip a bit and steps up to the reporter and says, "I apologize. You have to forgive my brother. He has a condition, bit of a phobia of technology, as it were. It frightens him, and he is
It's gonna steal my soul.
To react a bit. I'm sure this won't be a problem."
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no, the bard. Oh no, the bard has to persuade. Whatever shall we do?
It's fun not being
18.
the bard and having to persuade this time.
18.
I rolled a 9, and I have a +9.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Persuasion.
Hell yeah.
She looks. You see the fear still in her eyes. She looks between you and Penth. But the lure of the story and your demeanor keeps her here. She says, "Your brother?"
Oh, that's interesting.
Give me 1. Boom. Okay, we're good. Yes, we're having a bit of a family reunion, as it were.
She looks over the table again. Is there an occasion?
Aspen's about to. No, go ahead. Sorry. I'm shutting up.
Oh, does one need an occasion to spend time with his favorites?
Well, we'd love a photo, but... And at this point, the bouncer has arrived over and... Is there a problem? And she's saying, well, I dropped my camera. It was an accident.
Nice.
But perhaps Monsieur Echoes can come by our offices, maybe tomorrow morning, and we could do a shoot together, and I would love to learn more about your family.
I would love that. And he reaches his hands out to... Oh, he goes to take the card, and as he takes it, sort of like brushes his hand down the bottom of hers.
Ooh.
She flushes, for sure.
What a flirt.
Come on, Simon. Simon gives you kind of like a...
Oh!
See you later. See you later, Simon.
I wanted to hit that instead.
Aspen winks at the bouncer and gives him a pat.
I also wink at the bouncer for a different reason.
And goes back to the table.
If you guys turn, Thaumas has already opened the bottle and is like measuring 4 cups. But like, you're supposed to like drink like a couple of them, and he's like, it's like as full.
He's
as you
draining the bottle
yeah,
and
he's
just
trying to
making
empty
it
the bottle
even.
into 4
Yeah.
equal parts. So that way we all get the same amount.
He's really dexterous while drunk. I don't know how he's able to do all of that at this.
He like and like places it down.
Has everybody kind of stopped paying attention to us?
Yeah, the bouncer brings someone over who will sweep up what remains of the camera.
The record scratches over, the music starts playing again.
Yeah.
I just turned to Aspen and I was like, sorry. Not a big fan of being recorded in public. Let's just leave it at that.
He shrugs. You guys are used to this from your brother. Like, things would happen and he would just like and like slide in and sort of use guile to diffuse a situation that may have been created because of us. And this is like old times.
Love it. And also, pardon you, negotiators? What were you doing?
Was it a party?
Yeah, and what were you, jerking people off with a hidden hand? What's going on?
Not this time, but the
Skia coughs into their coffee.
No, Skia, you got wine now. You gotta drink the wine, Skia.
It is
Might need
not
some after all this.
not great wine. Here's what I've learned, and you get to a certain point, right? And the wine on the price becomes more of a nuanced thing, and it starts tasting worse. I think this is one of those. I'm still going to drink it because it's expensive, but it was more the principle, I think, than the wine itself.
Yeah, the wine tastes... Maybe the best way to describe it is like dusty. Like dusty. It's got this like salty undertone to it. It's very dark. It leaves that texture in your mouth, that sort of like chalky texture.
Oh, yeah.
After you drink it, you're like...
Well, I know how to handle things like this. And he'll just...
Okay, I'm not drinking until you tell me What do they know? What do they see?
So, yeah.
Is there any danger right now? We don't want to... We're already hot shit being back in town dealing with Dad's nonsense. I don't want you sending wasp idiots on me.
Look, all I know is I'm enjoying myself. What was the Brylan, the neighbor where the party was?
Zachariah Vandelert.
I'm Mr. Vandalairs, and then you guys would recognize that name. He's right down the street from home.
He was
Okay.
sort of the curmudgeon-y one growing up.
Oh, that's right.
So why was the old hermit throwing a party?
He throws parties. It was a function. Have you not been to just a function?
I've
No.
been to industrialist meetings.
There was plenty of industrialists there.
Yeah,
Riveting.
Zachariah Vandelert is well known in the industrialist circles. He largely funds many of their political drives, their events. One of their largest funders, because he owns Rail Line Incorporated, which makes and sets up basically railways for the steam caravan.
How is this person's name spelled again?
Zachariah,
Zachariah.
You know, like the Bible.
yeah,
Oh.
and then Van, V-A-N.
The Bible.
And then Delert has some silent letters in it. It's D-A-N, the N is silent, L-E-R-T-E, I think.
That's some sort of bastard French.
Sort of bastard French, yeah.
I mean, all French is bastard,
A
but...
human.
He is a human.
Well, there I was, minding my own business, having a lovely time, and negotiators come storming in, calling my name to the sky, and hauling me off in handcuffs, and taking me down, and questioning me about casting magic, and he's like making a show of it and being loud.
I see, okay.
When clearly they've had a mistake, and they let me go because there was no reason to keep me.
You're right, that seems like absolute bullshit from the Wasp negotiators. Star Aspen of the stage and screen being taken in for being magically talented. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Here, here. And he downs his own salty wine.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's awful. Okay.
Thomas, you feel a heavy hand on your shoulder. I noticed the table and the conversation, and, well, I couldn't help but notice. Old friend.
The wine.
You turn and you
Yeah.
see a tall human,
Okay.
bald, broader in the shoulders than you are. He's definitely grown a lot since you and he worked the rail lines
Cool.
together. This is Hendrik, someone that you were intimate with. Will you roll a charisma check?
Hendrik, like the drink? Hold on.
It was
I'm
like
having
90
Hendrik
years.
in real life.
Evan and I have a joke that all of his previous hookups are going to be named.
Like old flames.
Your old flings are going to be named after, Hendrix, Jameson,
Mm.
Jordan, Bud.
Tito!
Gunsmoke.
Why was that now?
Is it another nat 20?
Because I didn't recognize the numbers.
Oh my gosh.
This is my
It's hard to
former
read the
lover,
numbers.
Captain Morgan.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, that was a what?
That was a charisma check.
I also have advantage, so I'm not going to roll it
You
again.
do have advantage on charisma checks because of your drunk
My
point.
points. Yeah, so nat 20, making it a 23.
Are you trying to impress him?
Hey, buddy!
Hendrik just smiles big.
Aw.
Like,
I was about to you got me though.
it's so good to see you. What was you back in town?
At the lake.
Yeah.
It's just like
You give Hendrik a big hug, and there's
a
there's a promising but
yeah.
also friendly kiss somewhere between the cheek and the neck.
and then they're also have I told you about my siblings before, right?
No, I don't think so. About this time, as you and Hendrik are starting to reconnect, there's a ding, and the elevator doors open. The lift doors
Love
open,
it. That's how elevators work.
and out of the lift come 5 figures, all dressed in matching uniforms
Oh,
of a deep green with bright sort of brass epaulets of armor. Some a chest piece, shoulders, some on the wrist. Some of them have these packs that are on their backs with wires coming out of them. They all wear masks that have ventilation systems, goggles. When they speak to each other, there is a crackling, a static of radio that goes from within their mask, within this getup, to each other. And you can hear just the after effects, the echoes of it. And as they enter, their boots sounding against the polished marble floor, the entire bar and restaurant of Spire goes quiet. It's tense. They step towards the center of this space, looking around at the tables, looking around at the bar. Occasionally they speak to one another, but the language that they use is uncertain, crackling. It's hard to understand. One of them pulls a baton out. You can see a wire go from inside the armpit, connect to a piece at the elbow, and then connect to the baton, and you can hear a sparkling electricity coming from it. Another draws what looks to be a whip of metal cable. The other three each have firearms. One of their voices calls out, "Do not be alarmed. Simply looking for a fugitive of interest. Go back to your drinks. Conversation." As the four stand in the center of this space, backs to each other, looking out, looking across everybody, that fifth one, the one who had spoken, goes around from table to table, who have remained silent, remained quiet, looks at each person, hands behind their back, passing by slowly. They reach your table. They scan over each of you individually. Their gaze lingers on Penth, sort of taking in the size of him. And they move away.
Under the table, my hand is like on the spear, like in its thing, just sitting like almost like a gun. The person would hold a gun under the table. I've got it just sitting there like a little, just there.
They move past your table and the next, go to the bar, begin to turn, start heading back towards the elevator. When the man who had been holding the newspaper, hiding his face, the newspaper suddenly bursts into flames. Ah, shit! Fuck! Ah! And he backs up against the wall. All of the negotiators now turn and are gaze focused on him. Sorry, I didn't mean, I can't, don't. And the negotiator begins approaching him, hands still behind the back. The man steps back against the wall and then just scrambles up it so that he is sitting and then standing on the wall of the edge. Just nothing behind him. The negotiator walks forwards. Two of the ones with firearms get even closer to him. The one wearing or wielding the whip extends it out, and you can hear that sparkle of electricity. The third with the firearm puts it away and brings out these handcuffs that have what looks to be, they're large handcuffs. Someone's wrist could easily slip out of them, but inside of them needles that poke through, so that it would be the needles that would wrap around your wrist, so that you would not be able to move without puncturing in any way.
Aspen's hands sort of involuntarily go to his wrist as he kind of massages it and looks down and sees a couple small puncture wounds that are relatively fresh.
The leader of the negotiators continues to move towards this man, who is whimpering, wheezing, hyperventilating with fear, with stress. Looks over his shoulder at the ground, 8 stories below, looks at the negotiator approaching him. Please, I didn't mean, I can't control, I don't want, please don't. The negotiator continues to approach.
Can I pull out a coin and kind of pray to my patron?
Yes.
I have a coin. I don't know if I actually do this or if I would like to see what I'm supposed to do in this moment. I'm trying to think of in my mind, if I flip a coin, I think I'm thinking that the patron is talking to me. I don't know. I want to think I'm hesitant because I've already tried not to draw attention to myself, but also
Act quickly.
I know. Okay. Heads I do it. Tails I don't. Interrupt. I do nothing.
I feel like Thomas is squaring it up. Suddenly he doesn't seem very drunk, but Hendrick's right there, so I feel like he's more defending his siblings and he's ready to do something if something happens. But he's not gonna escalate. It's already being crazy.
Yeah. The man's standing on the edge, begging at this point for the negotiators to leave him alone, and that central leader continues to approach until the man looks over his shoulder, looks back, closes his eyes, and falls backwards. From many stories below, you hear a sickening crunch and a scream.
Skia will gasp and immediately start running downstairs.
There's commotion.
I follow.
And that leader of the negotiators says, "Suspect has been taken care of. Enjoy your evening." The five of them leave. Skia and Penth, rushing downstairs, you would find a splattered corpse, well beyond saving at this point, against the pavement of Faroth. A crowd has gathered around him, many people turning away, a few people retching. A barrier is being set up as a number of constables of the city, who are, again, not associated directly with the negotiators. These are two different segments, two different arms of the law. The constables that patrol your standard police officers are beginning to create an order. Someone brings a sheet over to hide the visceral scene from the public. As Skia and Penth go down to just witness that, Thaumas, Aspen.
Thomas will reach over to a table that's not ours, because there's a little bit of whiskey left in someone's glass that they ran out. He'll just swig. What the fuck is going on in this town?
The manager who had brought over that first bottle of wine a few minutes ago at this point is starting to try to settle people down. People are leaving. People are crying. He's telling everyone that there's nothing that they shouldn't. He's struggling even with what's going on. He does say that everybody's drinks, meals are going to be comped by the house, that this was an unacceptable thing to happen in their venue, that they will be speaking to the connections that they have. He's doing crowd control as best as he can, while also being very disturbed by the scene that just played out.
Aspen turns to Thomas, sort of drink in hand, and sort of solemnly, "I'm glad you're back," and walks over to the ledge and just sort of peers over the edge to watch what's going down below.
You would see at this point Skia and Penth exiting the building and finding themselves part of this growing crowd. Skia and Penth, is there anything additional that you guys would like to do?
I look up at Aspen and lock eyes and then look away. And then I look at the body and I think to myself, I kind of say, "Sorry, guy. She's with you. Yeah, I'll make sure you get there, but can't do much else." And I kind of do a little bit of my cleric's prayer to make sure he kind of passes on if I can.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. Now, I don't know if that's a very visible thing, but I'll try to hide it. But it's more of just
I mean, a prayer isn't going to get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm. So a little prayer for them, and then if the negotiators are exiting, I don't look at them.
Yeah, they leave without really any interest in anyone else.
I love the visual of Aspen looking over and then Thomas very quickly doing the same, and then the two still in two and two, and we all look at each other and kind of the silent shit.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, I'd like to put 2 coins on his eyes.
Okay.
That's
You
that's my thing.
You step forward through this barrier that the constables are building. I imagine like one of them might try to stop you, but your size and your strength, obviously superior to his, holding the 2 coins in your fingers, I think he would understand what it is that you're doing and allow you that right.
I like to also imagine when I want to, I turn on a bit of the Cleric of the Grave kind of like ominousness around people, where a little bit of the feeling, like the aura of death is a little bit there when I want it to be, a little bit of just like, I just imagine it's like me in shadow behind the guy stepping forward being like, I have coins. And like trying to be very respectful about it, but still
chill goes down.
Yeah, very much I'm a person that I could cause. I like the idea of a little bit more, the most serious I think they've ever seen Penth in that moment.
In anime, when the character looks down and their bangs are covering and their eyes aren't actually like drawn.
Correct. Yep.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. Following those dark events at Spire, it's just not even a block to the home that you were raised in, the Reverie Estate, where most of you haven't been in 10 years. Skia returns regularly, so Skia, I imagine you're fairly calm.
Yeah, it's not that weird for Skia.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that all of their brothers are with him. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be alright? It's a day early.
Oh, that's your routine.
That's the weird thing. Skia's weirded out because their schedule's kind of.
Sorry, you're so out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is a little uncomfortable.
Would go through just a quick description of your thoughts and your emotions going towards your childhood home. I'll start with Skia, who's probably the most comfortable.
I would say that Skia's thoughts are like, this is a normal encounter going home. Like, that doesn't have any strangeness to it. The weird part is being with all of their brothers again, doing it, because they've been basically going by themselves for the last 4 years. So having other people with them is a little, it's weird. They're like happy to see their brothers, but also I think it's a little, it's strange because, I mean, they haven't heard from Thaumas in 10 years. You know, they've barely heard from Penth. Aspen, they probably hear from the most, so, you know, because they've lived in the same town.
Aspen, how are you feeling?
On the outside, Aspen seems cool as a cucumber. On the inside, it is he's been on this street, obviously. He was here last night, but he wasn't going to this house. And even felt weird about showing up to the party last night, being able to look over there at it. And now the fact that he's going there internally is this sort of just, it's like a mix of anxiety with maybe a hint of anger because of what he kind of feels from what happened last night and receiving a note and the connection that could be there. Yeah, he's just kind of internally emotional.
You and Father occasionally frequent the same social circles. When was the last time you think you were at the same event as Father?
It was a event that happened shortly after the latest film.
Okay, so it's just been a few months.
Yeah, maybe 5 months after Greatness Absconded. Aspen was like kind of peaking right there.
Yeah.
For that moment, and like Father was there, and he talked to him about the weather, like about how the weather was that day, and then that was the conversation that they had.
Yeah. Penth, how are you feeling?
I think I was more nervous before what happened at Spire. I think my brain is now split. You know how something else that my car accident made me forget about my bad grades kind of idea, like a worse situation overtook the anxiety of being there, and now I'm kind of just like, all right, let's see what the old man has to say. And because I still don't believe that I don't think I'm going to get my purpose revealed to me today. I think Penth is going to get a load of bullshit, and that may justify his need to an end. I don't think even there's a little bit of hope after what happened earlier of like anything good coming from this. I think he's so focused on the depressing aspect of of what happened earlier that he's just kind of going through the motions of being there.
Thaumas?
think from this morning to now, I tried to pad the return home by drinking and just like don't overthink. That's failed. It's like totally like carefree dude, like ready to chug wine with you guys. Every step we take closer to the house, my face is getting like harder and a little bit more stern, and like that plan didn't work. So not only am I like kind of drunk right now, my rolls have been great, but like nope, I'm like getting kind of defensive already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The four of you, siblings reconnected after a decade, walk down the street together just like you used to. Just like you're returning home after a romp that you spent after sneaking out. That connection has lasted through the years. And though each of you have changed, each of you have things that you are working towards or running from, here you are again. Walk down the street towards your home, where you grew up. It's windows, sconces, it's yard so familiar to you. The stone plaque next to the door simply stating Reverie. I think Skia probably leads the charge up the steps, pulling from their pack a key that you don't need, because the door is ajar.
Uh-oh.
Who changed the door into a jar?
God, I was thinking that, and I was like, no, the moment.
Magic! There's magic!
You.
Sorry. Okay. Back to it. Huh.
The door ajar. An imprint near the handle, boot, splinters of the wood. The doorknob itself a little loose.
I imagine Skia's been looting, as you said. And as soon as that happens, Penth and Thaumas like flank, and then like we're in charge. Or we're taking.
No, I think if you want to, I'm gonna. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna extend the spear because I still think like it's still about going to Dad's house. It's still a little wary, but I guess Skia is there. So yeah, I think I step in front of Skia, but I don't try to do it like. Can I ask? Can we try to like Skia? Can we put our hand on your shoulder and then try to move forward? Would you allow us?
Skia's definitely like, this is very odd, and then still also not used to you guys being back. So I think if you move ahead, like Skia's still like not used to this much interaction with people that in this way that you could do that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, then yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. As long as like Skia doesn't like try to stop us, I think you're right. We do kind of step forward.
Sorry, I was like speaking for Penth.
Oh no, you're good. I just wanted to make sure, like in the moment, I was like, I don't know if I want to be investigating a little bit, but I think we already got all the information we need, and so yeah, I think it's protection mode.
So seeing this happen, it's almost like a trained response. They step up. Aspen is the next one up, and then reaching into the square of his back, pulling out two throwing daggers and tossing one up and catching the other, and then again stepping sort of in front of Skia. So it's like 1-1-1 Skia.
Oh, cool.
Hopscotch formation.
Yeah, and it's like been years, but this is like something that felt...
It's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
Like the toss, catch, eye contact. Thaumas looks back like armed, cool. Like we suddenly are like a well-oiled machine. Thaumas is going to kick the door down.
You
I mean, it's already kind of broken.
kick the door open.
Well, like, yeah, it's splintered, right?
Someone already did that.
Kick the door open.
I punch the door with my face.
And you find, hold on just a second. Yeah, you find the
I
very,
want to do the trope of like, how do we open the door?
the very calm, very serene foyer of the Reverie estate. Nothing seems jostled, untouched. It's quiet as it always was. It's cold as it always was. There is no warmth here in this home.
Can we do further investigations?
Yeah, if you want
Okay.
to roll an investigation check.
I want to investigate.
We should
Yeah.
all. I would like to give. Can I give guidance to? I think I only do one person for right now.
Yeah.
It's concentration. It's a cantrip though. Who's got the? I think Aspen. You probably have the best, or you or Skia have the best investigation, right?
Investigation's
Skia
decent.
has a 5 just for my base intellect.
I'm gonna give it to Skia because also Skia has been in this house way out more often than me or Aspen has.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, but can I? Do I think I'm giving her guidance, but can I still roll for myself?
Yeah.
Because guidance. Okay, cool.
So you
can have
roll-
1d4.
Yeah, you roll your own investigation check, and then roll the d4 that you're going to give to Skia. Evan, everybody else is doing an investigation check. Do you want to, or are
Might as
you more
well.
on like defense mode?
I got 12.
No.
Well,
yeah.
Got
I
a
see.
13 plus whatever you rolled on the.
Oh no, you roll the guidance. It's a d4.
Oh, you roll it. You're the one casting the spell.
Oh,
Roll
really?
D4, Ben.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, I wasn't ready. Here we go. Here's this new one. A 3.
So
That's
16.
That's a
Skia.
16.
I also rolled a 16.
Nice.
Whoever did this, whoever kicked down this door,
Big.
whoever was here before, it wasn't recent. It wasn't within the last hour.
Hmm.
You know this by there are two sort of curved stairways that lead up to a balcony hall that goes in either direction. And then you can hear up the stairs and to the left, towards the library, you can hear footsteps.
Scale rolls up the sleeves on their clothes, revealing the weird-looking, burned red flesh
Oh,
stuff.
okay. The damn Skia.
Don't worry, it's not my actual skin.
That's not a better answer to the statement that I had earlier.
Yeah, I'm so at ease now.
That is not.
Were
Do
you
we
not
need?
listening to me when I was talking about my synthetic, dermal layering?
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
I point-
Aspen is less surprised. He's heard her. He's had a conversation with her about this fairly recently.
No, not the scab science. I'm so sorry.
We hear that the sounds are coming from upstairs, like up the curved
Upstairs and to the left. So upstairs to the
stealth.
right is the wing of the house that was Father's, that you were never allowed to
Oh.
enter. Aspen often did, but you were not allowed to. Upstairs and to the left is the library, where you hear the footsteps coming from.
Let's go. Sneak mode.
So you guys gonna roll a stealth check?
I want to, and I feel
Yeah.
like Aspen is stealthy.
Yeah, I have a plus
Um,
one.
He's relatively stealthy. Also, have spells. Hold on.
Are you really gonna do pass without a trace?
I don't have pass without trace.
That's.
Oh.
I think that's higher level than we are.
Yeah, I'm like we're level 3. What do you got?
Oh, Aspen is an illusion bard. Never mind.
Yeah, what's his name,
Skia
Greg?
has infiltrator armor on, so
Ooh,
get
so
an
no.
advantage on my stealth
Oh
checks.
yeah, well I have my hands.
I'm 6'8".
Good luck.
Everybody roll a stealth check.
You know what?
Everybody.
14. I'll take it. That's better than a 6'8" half Goliath can fucking ask for right now.
God.
Cheating.
I would. What's my wisdom
Okay.
modifier? Okay. I'd also like to do Eyes of the Grave,
Okay.
which allows me to detect if there's any undead within 60 feet radius of me.
Okay.
I'm happy to say that I rolled the first nat 1 of the campaign.
Nice.
Hey!
The
For a
fucking
s- for a
rogue
6.
rolled a nat 1. No, you got a nat 1. You didn't get a 6.
I didn't do great either.
Yeah.
There is no indication of any undead within your range.
What about dead? I don't know if it does that.
I don't think it does that.
Oh yeah, only to the existence who's an insult to the natural cycle of life. Okay, you're right. No, I can't. Damn it,
You
only
can't
undead,
get
not dead.
corpses. You
I can't
locate corpses.
detect. I can't locate corpses
Sneaking
now.
upstairs.
The four of you working your way up the stairs. Thaumas in the lead, Penth behind, then Skia, with Aspen taking point and constantly looking over his shoulders. The first three will remember from their many, many nights of sneaking out that one creaky
Ugh.
Classic.
no to step over it. Aspen, constantly looking over his shoulder, steps on that next step and
I immediately run up the stairs towards the library because I know for a fact Soldier's intuition is that I'm already blown. I'm already blown. The cover's already blown.
The three of us go, ugh,
and then immediately run up, and we know that we need to catch whoever's about to run away because they heard that. Everybody and their mother heard that.
It was so loud.
It's so loud.
It was so loud.
In the library, you rush in, turn the corner, ready to face whoever it is, must be fleeing away. And you see, dusting the shelves, the tired old figure of your housekeeper, Baruch.
I almost throw the spear, and then I drop it before I could get launched at the guy.
It's Baruch. How do you spell Baruch?
Baruch.
Old guy.
Older, yeah, late,
Alfred type.
yeah, a little younger. But he's been around since you guys were kids. I don't have Art of Baruch yet, but I will be getting Art of Baruch. Imagine.
He's a human?
Yeah. Imagine if a basset hound was a really old basset hound was a human.
You've never seen Archer, have you?
I've never seen Archer.
Oh,
Anybody else? His
Woodstock,
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
This man has
Woodhouse.
dark
Not Woodstock.
Mediterranean skin. He's got a scraggly beard and curly black hair, both of which have significant amounts of gray in them. Deep dark bags under his eyes. When you guys were young, you could not figure out for the life of you if Baruch was constantly tired or constantly hungover. You never saw him drinking or partaking in any alcohol or anything, but he just always had that very far away, distracted, and slow response time. Even as you all charge into the library, he's dusting and Masters, you've returned. We'll have your rooms ready for you.
Skia rolls their sleeves back down. Oh, it's just Baruch.
Baruch?
Much younger than that, Alex.
I know, I just thought of the way you described a human basset hound. Human basset hound.
Late 50s, early 60s.
With a real heroin problem.
Snoopy, not the
I know
Barbarian dog.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's his name?
You're talking about the dog that's I can't pay you Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Droopy.
Droopy dog.
Droopy dog.
Droopy dog.
Oh dear.
Very droopy dog.
The door is broken into, Baruch. Have you been invaded?
I wouldn't know, Master Alphaxian.
Okay.
Is Father around? I know I'm a day early, but it seems the schedules have been mixed up.
Yes, your father is in his study. Best not to disturb him.
Well, it seems like someone disturbed this place. They didn't use a key.
Would you all like dinner?
Can someone get this guy can we get him an injection of adrenaline or something? We need.
You've grown up
used
with
to
this
this.
guy.
Yeah.
This is how he always is.
There was no way as a kid to get him to talk more than this.
He would respond to your questions. Yeah. He was never very engaging.
All right, who doesn't give a shit about father's privacy and wants to go with me to the study?
Yeah, for sure.
Aspen starts to say something, and then he can catch himself and think for a second and look around at where he is, and he goes, you know how long it has been since I have been doing this fucking character. You know when you ever get stuck in a character and it's just you're constantly like that, and then it's hard to transition out of it. Wow. And he seems almost a weird relief on his face. It's good to be home, yeah.
Feel a pause, and then Thaumas just loses it laughing.
You mean, okay? Is this a theater thing? I don't know. What are you talking about? Have you? Do I know as Penth? Have you ever broken character before this? Is this a?
I will do.
You guys would think back to before Aspen had left and going down to like the shadow and doing like our fight clubs and stuff, and think about like the people who are down there and the characters and stuff and like how they spoke and how Aspen, like this sort of jogs your memory where it's kind of like Aspen used to sort of pick up on this a little bit, and would be using like the street jargon and that sort of like lower Frothian accent that happens. And this kind of is reminiscent of that.
Oh, so this is a character that you're doing now, not actual Oh, fuck me. Penth is like, I have no time to dissemble that information. Oh, fuck.
Oh, sorry, I was distracted. Yeah, father, fine.
Let's go. Maruk, you've been as helpful as always.
Thank you, Master Deltamen. It's nice to see you again.
I take his feather duster.
Yes, I'll go prepare dinner. Thank you, Alfaxian.
It's a second.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to pull out another one immediately after. Yeah, I think Thaumas and I, arm in arm, go out of the library and walk across the hall to the forbidden side where his study is.
Uttering something like, "This is why I left."
This is exactly why I stopped giving two shits about it. Do you know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah, exactly. You have no excuse not to talk to us, though. Yeah, I'm still pissed at you for not even saying hi to us in the last 10 years, Thaumas. Thanks. We'll talk about this more later.
I sent you the best
Yeah. The letter can't talk to
me. The two of you bump into Aspen, who is stopped at not even having to pick the lock of Father's office, finding, again, the door kicked open and the office torn apart. Inside...
Maruk needs to get his hearing checked.
Someone is really upset with doors.
All 4 doors have been thrown open. His desk is overturned, scattered pages of his notes strewn about, but the bulk of them missing. A few burn marks along the wiring of the lightning lamps indicate fused power surges. On the floor, a shattered glass vase once held rhododendron flowers. Now, the broken stems and ripped petals cover the floor. In one corner, a gramophone is overturned, its needle knocked away, but the center point still spinning. On the ground next to it, an unlabeled record.
I immediately try to sense if there's anybody still in the room ready to attack us.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, that's poor. Hold on.
I'll roll a check by doing a perimeter check.
Okay, so
I get
roll twice. Take the higher of the two out of
that's 12 or 8, so 12.
Okay. 12, look around, trying to step over, the shattered glass of the vase, looking at, there's the door that you came in through, there's a door that leads to Father's office, to Father's bedroom, there's a closet door, and then on the other side, there's a door that leads deeper into the estate. You don't see anyone hiding behind any doors. Everything is just an absolute mess, but you feel with some confidence that whoever was here, long since gone.
Skia's going to begin starting to cast Detect Magic ritually. It's going to take 10 minutes.
I'd like to read some of the books that are on Father's desk since we have never been there before. Just to see what people were tearing books at. If I could read the cover of any things that was ripped out of and things like that.
Yeah. Skia casting Detect Magic. What does that look like as Skia casts that spell?
Let's see. I mean, Skia's going to pull out basically some tools and kind of roll their sleeve up, fiddle with something kind of embedded in their arm kind of thing. And you hear a little kind of chime, ding. And then as Skia kind of waves their hand.
You're a dowsing rod?
Kind of over an area. Yeah, it's kind of you hear it ping, trying to sending out little pings kind of thing,
cool.
Vector gadget.
As you are looking for any traces of the arcane, on Father's desk is a small silver bell. That bell has a frequency, residue to it, that does linger of the arcane. Penth, some of the books that have been strewn about, their pages ripped open, most of them you recognize as history texts. There are recounts of the Great Unrest. There are mentions of, or a few books that tell the history of the beginning few years of the Golden Alliance. A book specifically dedicated towards the Yarman War, and a sequel volume dedicated towards the Sorcerer's Civil War.
Someone's interested in war.
Is that not normal though? Like,
Yeah,
I
those
feel
were some
like
topics we were experts in.
these major like wars and events and stuff like that is that not something that was like relevant in our childhood studies? No.
From the people I've talked to outside of our lives, no, it's not normal for people to study thousands of years of war. It's actually, in fact, quite uncommon and kind of upsetting how much people of Feyroth don't actually know they owe their lives to different people, different heroes, and things like that.
Thomas is picking up the gramophone and the records around it. And you said one was unmarked, so he'll pick up the record. This one doesn't have a singer or an artist on it.
The center
One of Aspen's demos
is still spinning.
We'll place the record, lift the needle, and see what song's on there.
It's Aspen going, a taste of your lips.
At
It's
this
actually,
point,
it's actually hot to go.
Aspen's
It
song,
is actually hot today.
Aspen's hot to go rendition. Yeah.
Blasted thing to work! Damn! It was those thugs! There! Kamaki! Affection! Battalion! I wanted to explain, but there's no time. They found me. Listen closely. The time has come for everything I've trained you for. I need you to... Unhand me! Trenton!
So good.
Don't understand what is happening! No!
Wait, go, Thomas, go back. Go, tell me to go where? Where?
What? Why was that?
Kamaki!
It's the most words he's ever spoken to us.
Battalion. I wanted to explain, but there's no time. They found me. Listen closely. The time has come for everything I've trained you for. I need you to... Unhand me! Trenton! Don't understand what is happening! No! Find me! Find me with the air doesn't cool! Only I can...
Find me where the air doesn't cool. Did anybody else hear that?
Is it cool or fall? Cool makes more sense.
I'll go ahead and tell you guys because I know it's a little quiet. Find me with the iridescent fool.
Find me with the iridescent fool. Okay.
With the iridescent fool.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Iridescent fool.
He
That
only
mean
Thomas is right here.
He only said 3 names.
Yeah, he said you three. He left my name out.
Oh, that's right, because you're Delta. He said Battalion, Alfaxian, and Gam.
Yeah.
Gam. Thomas. I think I turned to Thomas. Yeah. I turned to Thomas, and how do you feel about that?
I feel like the needle of the gramophone is spinning at like the end of the recording. It's just right.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of taking in what we just heard. That doesn't matter. We gotta find him.
Really? We have to find him?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But like, no, he's
No.
all we got.
No, we got each other. I think we just let it rock, you know? We got our own shit to deal with. We got our own negotiators and nonsense to have to deal with. Aspen's too famous to be caught up in ridiculousness. I say just rude as hell not to mention you. And then to come crawling back to us, asking us for help, trying to tell us that we have a purpose. Fuck do we need a guy we've left 10 years ago, a man who barely raised us, basically gave us a place to live, that was it. Tortured us, and then some people, oh yeah, let's just go find him. We just gotta. Thomas, you of all people should not be sitting here and telling us we gotta go find the guy who didn't even mention you by name.
Well, maybe it's all related, though. The negotiators, father's disappearance, their presence is growing way more bold. We've had a lot of patients coming through VMH with severe injuries. I've only barely been able to keep some of them alive from what those negotiators have done to them.
Aspen's weirdly quiet. He's kind of sitting on the desk on the corner, and he's lit another cigarette, and he's just sitting there kind of looking down, smoking.
I don't know what Father knows, but he is a well-connected person within the city, right? For someone to go after him, they must have a reason.
Well, I think the reason is that they figured out that he was harboring 4 magical children. Well, 3.5 magical children.
Well, if they had known that, they would have come after us.
A decade later?
Not exactly a decade later for some of us.
You guys said you got letters from him. So
Yeah, we got a note talking about purpose, did you not?
no, okay. I never got a letter. I never got a signed, sealed permission to come back here. I just kind of felt like I needed to, and as luck have it, you guys all came back at the same time. But no, Dad never gave me a fucking letter, a fucking kiss on the cheek, nothing.
Not to be
I
rude.
get it. Like,
Not, yeah. You had no reason to come back. No note from Dad. We haven't seen you in 10 years. We come back home, the house is kicked in, primarily by someone who is probably really good at kicking things.
that's right. I'm the bad guy.
Okay, great. And I just end my spear and I go to endgame mode.
And initiative. Yeah.
But Thomas, you gotta agree, this is kind of suspicious. The rest of us have a reason to be here. You're not mentioned at all in the record. How do we know you're not the one that's been the one trying to got him kidnapped to begin with?
Are you kidding? What the hell are you talking about?
Why are you defending him, Skia? He hasn't been back.
Yeah, but look at him.
Yeah, look
Kind
at
of whispers over to Penth. He's been heavily drinking. I don't think he has the mental faculties to come up with something this elaborate.
Now he's been drinking, but we don't know what he was doing before we saw him today.
I mean, if that's the
Yeah,
truth,
of
I'd
course
honestly
it
be
is.
more upset that you didn't tell me about it so I could be involved on it. I'm just saying.
Correct. So, I genuinely don't want to find Father, nor do I think that I need some convincing of the fact that we need to do anything go anywhere near a negotiator at this point in time, without being heavily disguised. So, Aspen, unless you got a cloak that's 6'8" for me,
I got 2 I could sew together.
are they the same black, or is it like 2 different shades of? You know,
I
how
have
black
so many blacks.
is,
Yeah,
but
no,
you know, there's like
it-
a purple black, there's like a blue black, there's like a green black. Are they this?
Well,
Or
I
am
could
I gonna
do
look weird?
Onyx and I could do Midnight, and they're pretty similar.
Can you do it down the middle? I don't. It's just not gonna look good. Sorry.
Listen, I got a Grey Tailor. We can get you one. It's fine.
It's still not enough to convince me to go after nonsense with Dad.
What is it? Is this in Aspen? He's like, which is weird for Aspen because he's very good at words and he's finding a difficult time to sort of convey what it is that he's trying to say. He does this. He spools it up, and it's something. And this could be nothing. It could be everything. I don't know.
Well, this seems more elaborate than some of his other, methods to just get us involved. I mean, if he's like staging his own kidnapping, that's kind of extreme, don't you
He
think?
did do that when we were kids. Remember the ransom note? We kind of figured it out though, because he was still talking the same way he normally does, but it was like written in a ransom note. Like the cutout magazine letters still had his same cadence and grammar. It was very poorly done.
I actually thought that puzzle was one of the more enjoyable ones.
I mean, yeah. We got to do a bit of an apps, of course, at the end of that one. Yeah. Look, I got a rich guy that I could potentially schmooze the pants off of to go pay for me to go do things outside of Feyroth, so I'm not too keen on Dad.
I'm not either, actually.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. You know what I don't like, though? Sorry, I'm like, I heard Sean do his like, hey, you know what? Something I don't like more than Dad is what I saw up on the roof. And if these like enforcer guys with their little cords and shit, I don't know what I have no idea what these guys are. I've
You've-
been gone a while.
You have. It's gotten worse.
If they're the reason why they're kicking in doors and kidnapping people, like, that's kind of messed up. That guy was just reading the paper, and instead of just, abiding by whatever they wanted, he'd rather fall off a building.
That's
So,
what
I
we've
don't
been
know what
saying at the
fucking shit's going on.
hospital.
I don't like it.
We'll find Dad. We'll investigate. The minute I find out that these negotiators and wasps have nothing to do with this nonsense, I'm out. If it is them, we'll do what we need to.
You actually want to play this game?
Not if it's a game. If we're actually helping people, I'm here for it. But if I get any hide or hair of father deciding that this is one of his bullshit pranks, then we are past our 20s, kids. We are grown-ass men. This is not the time to be playing with our lives. So if it's a big deal, great, I'll help solve it. If it's a little stupid father thing, he's getting a spear to the groin.
Outside this room, there's the growing sound of a buzzing and wind swirling.
Is this something we would recognize?
No.
Okay.
It's probably not even something that you would notice at first. It starts small and subtle.
Look, I think this is all nonsense, honestly. It feels like another setup to me. I'm with you. But at the same time, I'm also... I'm being honest, I'm a little curious where this is kind of going. If you are wanting to find this out, I am honestly have missed you guys a lot, and so I'll...
What was that? Guys, wait.
Way to ruin Aspen's... he was saying he loved us, and now... Oh, wait, there's that wind. What is going on?
Look out the window. Is there a window?
Is there a window?
No, this is coming from the foyer.
Wow.
Great. Skia goes last into the foyer.
What?
I push you behind me. There's
Oh,
dangerous
okay.
things.
Yeah.
Thomas, do you run first?
Yeah,
He is a
I'm
helpless little...
Look at this guy.
Everyone
I
is
will
used to what
put it
Skia used to be.
I know. That's the thing is I cannot wait for combat to happen and all of us go, ooh! Skia just demolishes someone.
Maybe. It depends on how I roll.
This discussion is cut off by the growing sound of wind rushing through the house. Running out to investigate the foyer, a sudden tornado of wind and sand is wreaking havoc. There's no telling where the sand is coming from or why the amount of it seems to be steadily increasing. Bolts of yellow and orange lightning occasionally spark through the space. The howling wind has a mind of its own, filling the foyer and tumbling across the walls. The sand flecks at your eyes, filling your hair, getting into your ears. Suddenly, from within the center point of the storm, the glowing outline of a door appears, starting at the top and cascading down like light through a crack in the drapes. On the other side of this portal, there are dunes and glass a great distance away. Before more can be revealed, a shadowed figure steps through the doorway, and without warning, the portal disappears, and the storm immediately dies, sand falling all around. What stepped through the doorway is no sapien, no beast. It is machine of metal, porcelain, and glass.
Oh, what?
Ooh!
Gears of bronze, brass, and gold turn within its cranium and its torso. Its outer layers look delicate and fragile, made of glass, and behind that plain mask of porcelain, only an encasing protects what may be the thing's mind, looking not unlike a fishbowl. The machine stands taller than Penth, and as it turns in a way much as if it were looking around the room, though it does so without eyes to see, you can hear the turning of cogs and gears that allow its movement. Its gaze rests on the four of you.
What the fuck?
I'm double dagger in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, spear extended.
Skia rolls up their sleeves.
It turns, its head cocked, looking at each of you in turn. It is holding something. a small square of paper that it holds up, looks at, and then looks at the four of you.
Skia will go up and take the paper.
What you see, Skia, is a photograph. The four of you as children, standing together. You remember posing for this photo. This is somewhat burned at the edges. It looks like it's been crumpled and then smoothed out a number of times. There is like a hole in the middle of it that it was punctured by something at some point during a very long time.
Skia holds up the picture to everyone else to see. I don't understand.
Penth, you would recognize that photo.
It's the photo I took when we were kids, so to remember everybody. I have it in my pocket.
You pull out that same photo, and yours is much cleaner, much crisper.
I keep good track of that shit.
The edge is still straight, no puncture wound, hasn't been crumpled.
And I take out my photo.
You're behind all this.
And I turn, I hold the photo up, and I look into the automaton and I ask, "Who sent you?"
I am the evaluator of potential oracular compatibility and hyperdimensionality.
And what does that acronym spell?
Epoch.
How did I know? I'm just gonna call you EpiPen? No, I'm gonna call you Epoch. Epoch, who sent you here?
I am here to observe.
Who?
I am here to observe. Penth, Skia, Aspen, Thaumas.
Thaumas, you were included.
Finally, my name is called. Okay, I like you, Epoch. Thank you.
Epoch,
It's a
what's my
pleasure
other
to
name?
meet you.
What did you say, Alex?
Epoch, what's my other name?
You are Alphaxian.
Okay, so she knows us, or they know us. It knows us. What? You don't have a gender. You're a robot. What is?
Question. Are robots like Warforged, any of that?
Yep.
Is that a thing that is... This is a new
This is a
thing
new
to
thing.
us.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Warforged do not exist.
How are you talking right now? We don't have a mouth or eyes. How are you seeing us?
Are you alive?
Negative.
Are you dead?
Negative.
Aspen starts like circling around the back, inspecting this creature.
It is as it appears. You know, sort of General Grievous or like K2SO type body. Taller than Penth by a few inches, but much skinnier. And it is made of incredibly fragile materials. No, you know, there's gold and brass and bronze in there, but it's the majority of its casing is porcelain and glass.
Oh, dang. Great.
Through the glass, you can see cogs turning. You can see wheels spinning, things ticking. You can hear it if you're close enough to Epoch.
But no organic material.
No, you do not see any organic material.
When did Father make you?
I do not understand.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
Who created you if not Father?
That is forbidden.
Forbidden? By who? Who forbids you to talk to us?
I am here to observe.
Yeah, observe what?
You.
We've already gone over that, Thomas.
Secondary directive? Wait, I'm going too meta.
What is your secondary directive?
Yeah, that goes
Protocol.
like...
Engage.
Yeah.
Open command window.
All right, RoboCop. Open command prompt.
As you guys are
shutdown.
questioning this figure, and it's watching and interacting with you to a degree. Just in the background, Baruch like walks in, sees like all of the sand on the ground, like walks away, and just returns a moment later with like a broom and dustpan.
No, Varuk. Now is not the. Do you recognize this?
No, an experiment maybe.
Skia, did Father ever talk to you about metal experiments?
I never experimented with metal, just with corpses and tissue.
We'll be talking about that later.
What?
Absolutely, we'll be talking about that. Putting that on my to-do list after this nonsense.
Aspen's like real close to this thing. It's like, it seems more porcelain and glass than it does metal.
What do we do with you? Epoch, where did you come from? If he says negotiators, I'm gonna leave this place immediately.
That is forbidden.
Well, he
course it
wouldn't
is.
come from the negotiators
Forbidden.
because clearly magic was used here.
Not clearly. I don't know what. Well, I guess it is a giant
Oh.
portal full of sand. That's true.
what do
I
you
haven't
mean?
seen
No
it.
magic.
And
There was a
can
giant portal full of sand. Of course,
I
it's
make an
magic.
Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
Just a general Arcana vibe?
I'll help you. Can I help and give guidance or just help?
One or the other.
I'll help because it's advantage over just a 4.
Ooh, I'm gonna bust out the advantage die.
Hey!
The old hands go.
Advantage die.
It's in a hot bag.
Ooh. I help you by slowly massaging your shoulders.
Relax into it.
Relax. It's like it's a train. It's like all of us, but as in the front, then it's me, then it's Thaumas on me reaching up like this, and then it's Skia trying to get to Thaumas.
Ooh, baby, that's a dirty 20
Hey!
Ooh.
with the advantage die.
It had to have been magic that got this creature here, right? Or this thing, whatever it is. You've heard stories of teleportation, of things that could move across the world in the blink of an eye. You've never seen it yourself, but you've heard the stories.
Skia definitely knows about that.
Yeah, this came from somewhere that was not here. It brought, this sand from wherever it was coming from. The thing itself, as far as you can tell, is a machine of some sort. Doesn't seem to have any arcane ability to it or arcane mechanism to it. It is simply mechanism. How it got here, you don't know. And before you can think too much about it, Epoch stands up like taller, and you hear it start to tick. Slow at first.
Oh shit, this is a bomb.
Skia
Okay, bye
stands
guys.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, wow, let's back up.
Starts ticking faster and faster and faster.
I pick up
Stop hiding
Skia.
out!
I pick up Skia and Aspen, and I run out of the house.
Suddenly, as you are running out,
Sorry, Thomas. Not of hands.
the ticking stops, and ding! Thomas, as the only one left in the house,
Wait, where'd they go? Fuckers.
you hear from a very large coat closet inside of the foyer. You hear a large, and then, of course, it had to be here.
I'm gonna go over to the coat closet.
Come out of the closet.
Open the coat closet.
You're gonna open the coat
Yeah.
closet.
What the fuck is this?
And Skia, Aspen, where are you?
We're outside going, damn, he hasn't blown up yet?
Well,
Fuck you guys. Leave
Aspen
me-
didn't want to get carried away. He would have
True.
squirmed a bit.
Like
Do you want to go against me? It's my strength versus your dexterity to see if you would have gotten out of
Sure.
Penth's athletics versus Aspen's acrobatics.
That'll be fun.
It'll be fun because I have a +7, so let's see what happens. I have a 22.
Oh, no, I got it. I didn't get that.
Squeezed, bitch.
This is usual. This is pretty
Yep.
normal, honestly.
Just
Penth
like old times.
standing outside, holding Skia, holding Aspen, and you hear the ding. You hear the muffled voice.
Oh. Okay, maybe he was cooking. All right.
Like, Aspen stopped squirming, and we both
Yeah.
just like look.
Thomas's careful footsteps across the foyer over to the closet. The three of you each poking your head in. Now,
Scooby-Doo style.
you open the door,
Uh-huh.
and standing inside, slumping against the wall, is Thaumas.
Oh,
Good.
What?
That's phenomenal.
holy cow.
He is older, with a prosthetic arm that has been significantly damaged. He has a number of wounds, really, really bad looking wounds. A number of them look like bullet holes,
Cool.
a scratch
Yeah.
across his chest, and there is a pink glow fading from his eyes. As he stands there, slumped against the wall, he looks up, barely conscious, and sees the four of you. And despite the pain and the tears, he smiles. And in a ragged breath,
Future Thaumas says, I just wanted to see you all one last time.
and then future Thaumas falls to the ground and dies.
Skia can't
Further
run.
Jesus
dying.
Christ.
Yeah,
Further
Skia's running
dying.
over.
And that's where we're going to end
Medical
tonight's
triage.
session.
Ah, it dies my ass. Not with a cleric and a goddamn alchemist, like a artificer in the goddamn group. We'll see what happens to you.
That's where we're going to end tonight's session. I told you Thomas is going to die tonight.
You did tell me.
Did you actually tell them that Thomas is gonna die? Get rude. Okay, number one, fuck you. Second of all, fuck you. Third of all, fuck you. I like the art though. He's cute.
Well,
I got that from Ian yesterday.
that's awesome.
Nice.
That's wild looking.
Well, damn.